What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, before we talk about Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer, I just want to say thank you to everyone that reached out about being on my new show that I'm looking to get started latest sort of second week in May. Tons of responses, so a lot to go through. If you have sent me an email with your contact number on, I will definitely give you a call so we can go over a few things. If you sent me an email but you haven't left the contact number, please resend the email and leave a contact number. It just makes things a lot easier for me. All right, let's talk Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer. This is the fight that female boxing needed desperately, like desperately. Every time I do a video or even a tweet about female boxing, 90% of the comments are negative, right? Fans just do not like female boxing. People might not admit it for fear of a backlash from the feminists, but people do not like female boxing. Some of the comments I see relate to things like the quality of opponents, the quality of the fighters themselves, the skills that are on show, the matchups are poor. You can't say this about these two girls. Not at all. These are two of the creme de la creme when it comes to boxing. Claressa Shields, unbeaten, 2 times Olympic gold medalist. What, she 8-0, already a 2-weight world champion. Christina Hammer is, what, 24-0. I think she's a 2 or 3-weight world champion. So this is top of the draw. This is top of the draw, hence why it's headlining a card in America tomorrow. This is really good. Claressa Shields has done her best to try and sell the fight as well. And I think it's good that Christina Hammer is almost polar opposite, doesn't really talk too much. And I think it's good. It sells the fight. It's really good. There is good female boxers out there. I mean, no one's going to convince me that Katie Taylor is not a good boxer or Cecilia Braekhus is not a good boxer. But the pool is very thin, right? The pool is very thin. It literally goes from very good to poor very, very quickly. And that's just because the talent pool's not there. And that's not the fault of the female, it's just that the talent pool's not there. Boxing should maybe try and think of doing something the UFC did. And the UFC opened up a few more weight classes, but what the UFC did for years was have a 115-pound division and a 135-pound division. And that was it, 2 divisions. And then the pool was a lot bigger and thicker in those 2 divisions. They've opened it up in more recent times. There's now a 125-pound division, I believe, and a 145-pound division, but it was only 2 pools. I think boxing has got so many different weight classes that it's just so thin in every single weight class. And I feel like it's better just to have a couple of weight classes. So welterweight and middleweight for now. That's what I would do, right? You're either welterweight or you're a middleweight, and then I think it would be a lot thicker. What I do think this fight will do, though, because so many eyes are on it, a lot of people are talking about this fight now, is give boxing the same injection that MMA got when it put on a fight between Cris Cyborg and Gina Carano. A lot of people that are new to MMA think Ronda Rousey's the first female. No. Gina Carano and Cris Cyborg gave it the push it needed. Dana White famously said that no female would ever fight in the UFC. He went to go and watch that fight. He changed his mind completely and he started promoting females. Hence then Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, etc. were born. This fight could do that as well. I really do think that. Both of these girls do come to fight as well. I mean, you look at both of their records and you see unbeaten, but both of them have had troubles in fights, you know. I mean, Claressa Shields got put down by Hannah Gabrieles, I think that was 3 or 4 fights ago. Christina Hammer had trouble with Ann Mattis, I think, again, 4 fights ago. So both of them have their vulnerabilities, which I think makes for an exciting fight. But I think more importantly, again, like I said on the outset, it gives female boxing the injection it needs. They're not hiding on an undercard. They're not being headlined by someone else and they're coming in as a filler. These girls are headlining. They're headlining, they're selling the fight. They're selling the fight so well, I can't lie to you, I don't even know who's on the undercard. All I'm interested in is this fight. I'm only interested in Shields versus Hammer. So that's how good a job they're doing. And if female boxing can be promoted like this, when the right fight occurs, then you never know. It can open a few more doors and it can maybe change the mindset of people that are very negative towards it. There are good female boxers out there, just not enough of them. Again, they need to do what the UFC did. Make 2 divisions, which might be unfair for some fighters out there, but the pool is so small right now, there's no point in having 6 or 7 divisions. 2 divisions, middleweight, welterweight, and that's it. I think we start doing that, we might start getting some good fights. Like, I would love to see a welterweight fight between Katie Taylor and Cecilia Braekhus. Do you know what I mean? That's a big fight. That could headline a card. That's the problem. If we can do that, we might start getting some good fights. But this is the first. I think this probably is the biggest female fight of all time, by the way. And this is no discredit to some of the ladies before us, like the Ann Wolfs of the world. But I think this is the biggest female fight we've ever had. And I think finally, the ladies might kick the door down. What do you guys think of this fight? Who do you think wins? I wouldn't be shocked if Hamer beats Shields, by the way. And I'm actually picking Hamer. I don't know why I'm picking Hamer. I think Shields looks a bit too turned up for this one. I'm picking Hamer to, I don't know if it's an upset being 24-0, but I'm picking Hamer to win this one. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace.